Alright, a lot of you guys should know what this is. He's an oldie. And I'm glad to see Games Workshop either last week or this week is releasing, or we're soon, new Grot models. I know there's some newer ones, and I have those I use for my artillery, my zap guns, but I use these guys. I don't use Gretchen that often. They're like, oh, well, they're a cheap screen. They're 3 points. Yeah, they are. But for 6 points, I can get a boy. And the boy can whip some butt. You know, if I had 20 or 30 points left in an army, no, I still wouldn't. If I had 50 or 60 I couldn't somehow, then maybe I'd include them. You know, you get a slaver and they have leadership of 7, but once he's gone, you know, leadership 5 is terrible. Their blast, you know, they're just short range. I'm not a big fan. If you want them to screen your boys or other units, maybe like your Ludas or something, then hey, that might be a good use for these guys. Now we're going to talk about, this is what misses my rating. On the Gretchen, or Grots, or whatever they call them. Alright, now we're moving into the meat and potatoes of the Orc army. It is the boys. Right there in front of you guys is 2 boys. The one on the right, your typical Orc boy, 6 points, got a slugger, got a chopper, ready to deal some damage, 2 base attacks, 3 because of a hand weapon, and 4 on the charge. The guy right there, he's got some more armor, spiky bits there. Not stand up. Well, he's an Ard boy. He's got 4+ armor. I run these guys. I have a unit of 24 of these guys. I use them occasionally just for a little variation. Do I have anything bad to say about the Orcs? The boys? I think for 6 points they're a steal. And I think most of my opponents will agree. They hate it that they're 6 points. Most feel like they should be 8 or 9. Rating? Thumbs up. If I could give it 2 thumbs up, I would. Most economical, bang for your buck. The new plastics, which I have a few of, GW's plastics are just outstanding as of late. So these guys, nothing bad to say about them. Alright, more options. This is an old boy. A lot of you guys will probably remember him. And that's it's a weird rocket launcher. But your other option for troops is shooter boys. Same price as an Orc boy, but you just change out your chopper and slugger and you get this wonderful Assault 2 range 18 gun. Here again, the new plastics are very, very good. There's the new plastics. The bits, just wow. Here again. Do I take these guys? I have one unit of 20 of these guys. I use them occasionally. I like getting close to people and then whipping out the two strength 18 strength 4 shots. I love it when your NID players don't expect it, or your guard players. It can really surprise them. Okay, now we're going to talk about one of the few transport options in the whole army, and that is and shooter boys. Yeah, you can include those. Both the shooter boys and the slugger boys, for every 10 you have in your army, you can get a rocket or a big shooter. Since my boys, if they're not my slugger boys, I don't waste the points. I know you can hold an objective and shoot, but my boys, with those weapons, I'm running to get to close combat. So I'm not using. I don't hardly ever take the big shooters or the rockets. Not in my boys units. I do take rockets. All right, the only option for transport really is the truck. Yeah, you got the battle wagon under the heavies, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. These are the previous edition trucks. I don't have any of the new ones. I may or may not get those. Don't get me wrong, the new trucks are awesome models. These right here, for 35 points, they're a fast vehicle. It comes with a big shooter, as you can see right there. You can upgrade it if you want. Red paint job, why not for the extra 5 points? You know, give it another +1 movement. So, trucks, if you're doing speed freaks or you need some mobility, yeah. One tactic I like to use is I'll take a 12-man like shooter boys, and then I'll take their transport. Since in 5th edition it's not dedicated, I can put my burner boys or any other close combat in there and let them go ripping across. But now with the new, well, we'll talk about that, the heavies here, the battle wagon coming up. First, we're going to talk about fast attack. Alright, fast attack. This is another area in the Army that is no slouch. As you can see, these are Storm Boys. Here again, the GW is releasing, oh yeah, knob with Power Claw. Only way to go. Anyways, GW is releasing the new Storm Boys. Will I get them? Probably not. Why? I've got 29 of these Storm Boys this way. 27 plus 2 knobs with Power Claws. So I don't really need any more Storm Boys. Yeah, it'd be cool to have the latest edition ones. But these guys work fine, look fine. And you know what's cool about these guys is that extra D6 of movement. You know, when these guys, if you roll that 6 and they go screaming across the board at 18, people are like, what? They don't realize how fast these guys are. I never ever take less than 13 or 14 of these guys, because you're talking about people shooting at these guys being magnets, then you know what I mean. If you've played against them or played with them. In a recent tournament, I took 2 units of these guys. Next up, we're going to talk about, oh, let me give these guys a rating. Yeah, definitely. Alright, next up, you probably recognize this model, War Buggy. I don't think a lot of Orc generals use these. I use these almost every game. They're cheap. They're 30 points, and you can upgrade their main weapon, which is a big shooter, to a rocket launcher. Oh, you're thinking, oh, no big deal. But notice, yeah, there's 2 of them. It's twin length. As we all know, you know, we talked about earlier, Orcs only have a ballistic skill of 2, so they're hitting on 5s. But these guys are money. And plus, I take 3 of these armed with rockets. It's how I do my anti-tank until my knobs can get there with the Power Claws. These are another fast vehicle. Yeah, they die to fire. Armor 10 all the way around. Open top. Yeah, they don't last long. But you know what? If they're shooting at this, they're not shooting at Storm Boys or something else. Okay, next up, we're going to talk about... Oh, sorry. Jumped ahead of myself. Yeah, baby. Thumbs up. Now we're going to move on to the next area. Alright, next unit we're talking is War Bikes. These guys also got an upgrade. They got new models. Unfortunately, I don't own any. All my models are this. I have like 7 of these guys. Will I buy the new models? You know what? I probably will. Because mine, the poles are pretty flimsy. They snap. The guns snap off here occasionally. And, you know, I like them just for some mobility, something a little bit different. You know, the toughness 5 is great, and I don't know if you guys noticed that, you Marine players. What? Oh, going the wrong way. No, that's not a Power Claw. It's a Power Fist. Ha ha ha. Yeah, so I use him as, you know, my knob with a Power Fist. That's just something else to have your enemy shoot at. They're sort of expensive at 25 points, but you know, not overly for what they do, because they got their exhaust cloud special rule. You know, they're something to change it up. I like these guys. My rating for them though is I can't always include them because there's just so many other better fast attacks. But you know, I plan on getting them, and I use them occasionally. They're not a bad choice. They're just, you know, there's some other choices that are better.